Hello and welcome back to Chatty TV Junkie. I'm your Chatty TV Junkie, Wendy. And today, happy Halloween, by the way. Today we're going to talk about Sister Wives. I have not spoken about this show yet. Before we go into it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you to the new subscribers. The ball is rolling and I'm very happy about that. So welcome and let's get on with today's show. So, Sister Wives, or maybe we should rename the show Sister Wife or One Wife, or maybe I'm not a polygamist anymore, I'm now a monogamist. Okay, if you've never watched this show, it has been on for 18 seasons. I can't believe it's been on that long. And I've been watching since the beginning. It's like one of those train wrecks that you can't stop watching. So just so you know, the premise of the show is a polygamist. Originally, they were in Utah, and it was 3 women and 1 man, all living under one roof, the Brown family. They took in a 4th wife, married her, and then they literally escaped from Utah. I think it was in the middle of the night. It was so many seasons ago. And they ran to Las Vegas, and it was against the law to be a polygamist. I think they've relaxed the law since then, but they all moved to Las Vegas and they each got a home and a cul-de-sac, so they weren't living in the same house anymore. And then I don't know why they moved to Flagstaff. One day he was like, "Hey, let's buy some land and we can all live together under one giant house." And they bought this huge plot of land in Flagstaff, where it has been sitting ever since. I want to say it's been at least 3 years since they bought this plot of land. And because the land is so far out from the city that it literally needs everything. It needs water lines, sewage lines, all that stuff, which is not cheap. So plus build on the property and pay off the property. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. It still sits there. But now the show is imploding. So on this latest episode of me catching up on it, now they recorded about a year ago, so things have changed in real time. So we're seeing how it transpired. So there's the 3 wives. The original one was Mary. Then there was Janelle, then Christine, and then Robin. Well, at one point, Mary divorced Cody Brown, the husband, so he could marry Robin, who was the last wife to come in. She already had children when she came in. He wanted to adopt them. So in order to be able to do that, he needed her to be the legal wife. So Mary said, "Sure, I will do that for the family." And I'm not so sure it was a big mistake for her. She had 1 child from him. And it's been just like one thing after another with this whole show. And basically now, most of the wives have left. So originally it was Christine. She's like, "I am out. I can't do this anymore. This is not what I want." And she's since married somebody else. So because this has been taped over a year ago, it hasn't come on the show yet. But in reality, she remarried. Then there's Janelle. Right now in the show, she is thinking about being on her own. And since then, she has. Then there's Mary, who hasn't had relations as a husband and wife with this man for 8 years. And she's been holding on because of the spiritual connection that she has because of the religion. I guess it's an offset of the Mormon religion, because Mormons now don't do polygamy. Only the extreme ones do it now. But she was staying for so long because of her convictions and her of going to I guess you get met in heaven when you have when you are more than part of a polygamous family. So she had a really hard time letting go of it. But as of last night, I think she's realized that, yeah, this isn't going to happen anymore. And in true life, she has moved on. She's out of Flagstaff. She's living her best life in Utah, runs a bed and breakfast that was bought back from her. It was originally in her family, and she bought it back and now runs the inn. So here's the big question. And I read an article today. What is going to happen with the show? Because originally it was supposed to showcase what a polygamy family was like. He has many, many, many children. I don't even know how many kids. I heard someone joke around saying it was like 40 something. I don't think it's that many, but there's a lot of children. And some of the children don't even want to talk to him anymore because of everything that happened during COVID, and he laid down laws, and he's been kind of mean to a lot of his children. And then some of them are still super young. He's basically just with the one wife, Robin, right now, lives in her home. And so now what does TLC do? Do they cancel the show? I vote for that. Do they do spin-offs? They're thinking of doing spin-offs like Janelle and Christine. They seem to be the most popular ones. And Christine has also done some cooking things on YouTube. Do they do something like that? Or do they have him marry somebody else and then continue the polygamy that way? I don't know that I want to see him get married to somebody else. I think we should just let that whole thing go. 18 years is a long time for a show like this. My personal opinion is cut the cords, call this the last season. I wouldn't mind seeing a spinoff of the after effects of the 3 wives that decided to leave and what they end up doing with their lives. But I don't know if that's where TLC is going. So it'll be interesting to see how this particular season ends. Okay. That is Sister Wives. Now we're going to move on briefly to Big Brother, which I did catch up on that last night. And the final 5 are now in the house. And Matt, who I love, I would love for him to win the game. He actually won HOH, and he has put up on the block the 2 older ladies, Felicia and Suri. Now, Suri has won Survivor. So the fact that she got this far and everyone knows who she is amazing in her gameplay. She's just completely laid low, let everyone take shots at each other, hasn't won anything, I don't think. Well, here's the thing. If Matt doesn't backdoor Jag, he's making a huge game mistake, because if he goes up next to him in the final, Jag's going to win the whole thing, because he's won literally a ton of competitions. He's broken records. So it would be in Matt's best interest to say, listen, I love you, man. You're a great guy. I hope we could be friends on the outside, but this is a game. And if I'm going to win this game, I got to cut you. But Matt is such a nice guy. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to lose the game because he's a nice guy. Well, maybe he's okay with $50,000. I think, hanging out for what is it like? I think it's like 3 months, 50 grand over 3 months. That's pretty good money, but obviously you want to win the whole shebang. But anyway, so this season has been boring to me because it's just been the same people winning over and over again. So we'll see where it goes. All right, well, it is Halloween, so I am going to end this right now because we are going to set up outside and give out Halloween candy to the neighborhood kids. And I'm going to set up a little table and make it a little spooky and put my outside lights on. It's still daylight now, but it's dark is coming soon. So on that note, thank you for tuning into the Chatty TV Junkie. I will be watching on Thursday the Golden Bachelor again. So I don't know if I'm going to record after The Bachelor or before it, depending on what other shows I happen to watch. Don't forget to like, subscribe. All those buttons are down there. And I'll see you next time. Bye.